Hello everybody! It's time for a preview of my July 2017 eBay listings. Let's see what we got. I am definitely running behind and the pickings are slim. Didn't get a lot done this month. But what I do have is some nice stuff. Let's scan down the row and take a quick look before I do it individually. There they are. First up is a massive 28-inch B-plane. This old beauty took me over 2 years to restore. It took 2 years because the wood was so dry and cracked that the iron wouldn't fit down through the throat. So it was 2 years of every week rubbing oil into it to get the wood to close the cracks and swell up enough to where it became a functional plane again. The japanning on the metal parts is still original. There is no mark on the front of this plane. The only marking is on the iron and it's weak. If you collect the old B planes, this one here is looking for a second chance. And I almost forgot to mention I did do a little patchwork there on the top of the horn. Next is a massive and stunning Greenfield Tool Company number 690 panel raiser. I did do a video on this plane. It was my first attempt at doing a panel raising with a hand plane. I looked this old plane up in my book and I estimate it was made somewhere around 1860. The company stopped making planes in the mid-1880s. The old plane is 14 inches long and has a 3 3/4 inch wide iron. The only apology is this front corner right here must have been dropped at one time. It's got a ding. But for being as old as what this thing is, it's a beautiful plane. Next is a fine looking Stanley Bedrock number 605. This old plane easily produced 1.5 1/1000ths of an inch shavings for me. If you're looking for a nice user or a collector piece, this is a really nice plane. And the bottom is corrugated, so it makes it a 605C. Next is a really nice looking Dunlap plane. This plane was most likely made by Miller's Falls. It's a number 4D BB, same size as a Stanley number 4 plane. I did another video on this plane where I smoothed up a panel. It did a fine job. And this old plane will make an excellent user. Next is a Stanley number 5 in its original box. It's not very often you come by a plane in its original box, so that boosts the value sometimes as much as 25%. It still has the original paper, but it's not in very good shape. But as you can see, this plane is stunning. If it was used, it didn't get a whole lot of use. Whoever gets this plane should be very happy with it. There's a look at the bottom. And next is a Stanley number 220 block plane, and it's in its original box. This box has some damage on the top right there. And like the number 5 before it, this is also a beautiful plane. They just don't get much better than what you see right here. There's a look at the back side. And a look at the right side. This old plane is ready for a new home. Next is a really nice old Stanley number 30 angle divider. I did a video on this tool also. It's in its original box, looks pretty much unused, and it's got the instructions with it. If you've never used an angle divider and wonder why you'd need one, I recommend you watch the video, because it's definitely a handy tool to have. And there's a look at it from the back side. Next is a Stanley number 75 rabbet plane, still in its original box. Pretty much anytime you get something in a box, at least my experience has been, the plane is in really good shape. And this old 75 is no exception. It's looking good from all angles. And it's got an earlier trademark stamp. I'm sorry, a later trademark stamp. I touched up the edge so it's razor sharp. This old 75 is ready to go. Next is a stunning old Miller's Falls number 33 tailed block plane. I restored this plane. It pretty much had 100% loss of Japanning. But as you can see now, this old beauty looks almost like new. There is a little bit of staining on the base that could be lapped out if you were so inclined. But I tested this plane and it works great. And last but not least for the July listings is another Miller's Falls. This one's the number 3. The little brother of the 33. Same exact footprint, same size, no tail. And just like the number 33, this number 3 had virtually no Japanning left on it. Only a hint of red paint on the lever cap. The 33 that I did before this with the black Japanning was older. The more modern Miller's Falls went to the gray and red. And the bottom side is lightly lapped to be absolutely flat. Tested it out. It's an excellent performer. And that's it for the July listings. I hope you see something there that you like. I'm going to get to doing it probably today or tomorrow. I actually see them show up on eBay. Not a whole lot, but some good stuff. Looking forward to what I can get done here in the month of July for August listings. If you haven't signed up for my free plane giveaway, it's a Stanley number 4. Look for that video and sign up. That's it. Time for supper. Bye.